Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today. In this lesson, we will go through key vocabulary related to the trucking industry. Let's see how many of these terms you already know. Let's begin. Let's begin with the terms related to motor carriers, drivers, and their equipment. Gross vehicle weight, GVW. The combined total weight of a vehicle and its freight. Deadhead. Driving a tractor-trailer empty, without cargo, or without a load that pays money. Detention. Extra drivers pay for the time spent waiting at a customer facility. Sleeper team. 2 drivers who operate a truck equipped with a sleeper berth. While one driver sleeps in the berth to accumulate mandatory off-duty time, the other driver operates the vehicle. Accessorial charge. A charge for supplemental services that go above and beyond what's considered normal. Carriers will often charge accessorials for time being detained by a shipper, having to load or unload freight, securing odd-sized freight to a flatbed trailer, etc. ELD, electronic logging device. An onboard device that records information about the movement of a truck, including speed and time in service, as well as the driver's hours of service and duty status. As of December 2017, ELDs are required on all trucks, with a few exceptions, replacing paper logs kept by drivers in the past. OOIDA, Owner-Operator Independent Drivers Association, an industry association based in Grain Valley, Missouri. Power unit. The tractor portion of a tractor-trailer which contains the engine. ABS, anti-lock braking system. The ABS system helps the driver retain control of the vehicle under heavy braking conditions. Air brake. A brake which is operated by air. The air brake system on tractors consists of air lines, valves, tanks, and air compressors. Air ride suspension. The suspension system supports the weight of the load, plus the trailer on air-filled rubber bags, rather than the old system which used steel springs. The compressed air is supplied by the air compressor and the reservoir tanks, which provide air for the air brake system. CDL. Commercial driver's license. The driver's license, which authorizes individuals to operate commercial motor vehicles and buses over 26,000 pounds gross vehicle weight. Day cab. A tractor which has no sleeper berth, often for local work where the driver gets home every night. Load locks. Long metal bars which retract and expand to fit in place from one side wall of the trailer to the other, thereby holding back and securing the load. Seal. A plastic bag or metal band. Once it's broken, it cannot be reconnected. Placed on the trailer door latch. An intact seal ensures that the trailer doors have not been opened and the cargo is untouched. DOT, Department of Transportation. This federal agency regulates interstate trucking in the United States. FMCSA, Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, an agency within the U.S. Department of Transportation that enforces commercial motor vehicle safety regulations. IFTA, International Fuel Tax Agreement, an agreement between the lower 48 United States and Canadian provinces in which carriers report fuel tax paid at the pump on a quarterly basis, and the money is redistributed to the states and provinces where the fuel was used. Next, terms related to shippers, receivers, brokers, and the freight market. Claim. Charges made against a carrier for loss, damage, delay, or overcharge. Consignee. The receiver of a freight shipment, usually the buyer. Consigner. The sender of a freight shipment, usually the seller. Freight forwarder. A person whose business is to act as an agent on behalf of a shipper, A freight forwarder frequently consolidates shipments from several shippers and coordinates booking reservations. Lumpers. Individuals that assist a motor carrier in the unloading of property, quite commonly used in the food industry. Proof of delivery, or POD, information supplied by the carrier containing the name of the person who signed for the shipment, the time and date of delivery, and other shipment delivery related information. Blind shipment. When the shipper and the receiver are not aware of one another, the freight shipment is called a blind shipment. In such cases, the bill of lading lists the party that paid for the shipment as the shipper or the receiver of the freight shipment. Consolidation. A consolidated shipment is when two or more shipments are combined to save money on freight shipping costs. The shipping method is used in less than trucking shipping with multiple stops before reaching the final destination. Seasonality. Repetitive pattern of demand from year to year or other repeating time interval, with some periods considerably higher than others. Seasonality explains the fluctuation in demand for various recreational products, which are used during different seasons. Distribution center. The warehouse facility which holds inventory from manufacturing pending distribution to the appropriate stores. Dock. A space used for receiving merchandise at a freight terminal. Intermodal. Freight that requires more than one mode of transportation for the same shipment. Typical modes include air, rail, sea, and truck. Intermodal terminal. A location where links between different transportation modes and networks connect, using more than one mode of transportation in moving goods. For example, a shipment moved over 1,000 miles could travel by truck for one portion of the trip and then transfer to rail at a designated terminal. Warehouse. Storage place for products. Principal warehouse activities include receipt of a product storage, shipment, and order picking. Third-party logistics, 3PL provider. A specialist in logistics who may provide a variety of transportation, warehousing, and logistics-related services to buyers or sellers. Contract rate. The agreed-upon rate per mile for an extended term, such as a one-year contract. Spot market. Spot market freight is not under a long-term contract between a shipper and a carrier. Spot market freight rates are typically determined by short-term supply and demand conditions. Intermediary. In trucking, this term usually refers to a freight broker or third-party logistics 3PL company that manages transportation on behalf of a shipper. TIA, Transportation Intermediaries Association, an industry association for freight brokers and third-party logistics professionals, 3PLs, based in Alexandria, Virginia. Time critical. A time-critical freight shipment delivery is set to the earliest possible delivery time to accommodate particular shipping requirements. Time definite. Time definite deliveries guarantee that the delivery will occur on a specific day or time of day. Next, words related to loads or cargo types. Backhaul. The process of a truck returning from the original destination point to the point of origin. A backhaul can be with a full or partially loaded trailer. Bulk cargo. Cargo that is unbound as loaded. It is without count in a loose unpackaged form. Examples of bulk cargo include coal, grain, and petroleum products. Commodity. An item that is traded in commerce. The term usually implies an undifferentiated product competing primarily on price and availability. Drayage. Transportation of rail or ocean freight by truck to an intermediate or final destination. Typically a charge for pickup delivery of goods moving short distances. For example, from marine terminal to a warehouse. Durable goods. Generally, any goods whose continuous serviceability is likely to exceed 3 years. Freight all kinds, FAK. Goods classified as FAK are usually charged higher rates than those marketed with a specific classification and are frequently in a container that includes various classes of cargo. Hazardous material. A substance or material which the Department of Transportation has determined to be capable of posing a risk to health, safety, and property when stored or transported in commerce. Line haul. The movement of freight over the road from origin terminal to destination terminal, usually over long distances. Shipping manifest. A document that lists the pieces in a shipment. Transit time. The total time that elapses between a shipment's delivery and pickup. Drop and hook. When a driver leaves a trailer at a loading dock and hooks up to a different trailer for the return trip. This eliminates the need for the driver to wait for live loading or unloading. Pallets. The wooden base onto which a product is loaded. It has slants on the sides which enable a forklift to move the products easily. Expedite freight. Time-sensitive freight that must be delivered at a preset delivery time. Truckload. A shipment that fills an entire trailer, either by reaching its maximum weight or volume. LTL. Less than truckload. A quantity of freight less than the required for the application of a truckload rate, usually less than 10,000 pounds. These smaller loads are consolidated by an LTL carrier into the vehicle headed for multiple destinations. Dry freight. Freight that's not refrigerated. Concealed damage. Concealed damage is damage not visible to the items until the package is opened. You can download this trucking vocabulary list in the attachment to this lesson. Tips on growing vocab. Before we finish, I'd like to give you a little tip. Start building your general vocabulary little by little every day. If you do this consistently, you will start seeing improvements and start getting confident with your speech already after a couple of weeks. Great ways for building vocabulary are watching and reading news, listening to audiobooks and podcasts, reading articles, watching TV shows, and YouTube videos in English. Here are some great sources to get you going. Overdrive Online. This has great trucking industry related articles. Trucking Info. This is a comprehensive heavy truck fleet news website covering equipment, operations, regulations, and environmental issues. Truckers News. The name speaks for itself. Great trucking news online magazine. The DAT blog. Reading this blog will improve your logistics vocabulary. Additionally, you will learn more about the freight market every day. If you want to take a break from learning about logistics, just log into YouTube and search for live broadcasts of news channels such as the BBC or CNN. Practice your listening skills and discover the latest news around the world. If you want to kick back and relax at the end of the day, search for American TV shows. You can start with some comedy shows or talk shows with simple vocabulary, and then slowly move into something more complex. If you would like to put some time into memorizing words and phrases, try the Duolingo app for your phone or tablet. This free app for English learners will help you grow your vocabulary. It's fun, easy, and only takes 5 to 10 minutes per day. Thanks for learning with me. Have a great day.